If there's anything to know about me and my personal life, it is that I love the NBA and the NBA 2K franchise. I've been playing these 2K games since as long as I can remember, and I've grown up with them, way longer than I've been a wrestling fan. And with the newest WWE 2K23 game being in development, I figured we could take a look at some successes in the NBA 2K franchise and see if they can transfer over to the WWE for the next game. Starting off is overall progression through time in universe mode. In the NBA 2K games, they have a stat for every single play in the game called potential. You can have 30 potential, which is the lowest you can go, or 99 potential. A 30 overall potential can, through a simulation in 5 years, determine how much better a player can get. They can go from a 70 overall to a 73 overall if they have a 30 overall potential, or if they have 99 potential, they can go from that 70 overall to a 99 overall, highest in the game. And I think this is something that critically needs to be added to the WWE 2K franchise. If I simulated 10 years into the future and say Mustafa Ali was champion and he's been the Universal Champion for 3 years, you would think that, oh, he must be really good, his overall has changed. But no, that's not something that they have in the game. And if Ali was randomly set up to go against Brock Lesnar, Brock would obviously win because of how much higher he is in overall. But if the game has a statistic to determine your success and figure out things like that, then Ali could possibly be a 90 overall and stand a much better chance against Brock compared to the lower 80 that he is right now. Obviously, you might be saying, why don't you just upgrade the players overall yourself? But I don't know too much about what to upgrade. I don't know, should I upgrade somebody's aerial attacks? Should I upgrade their defense? That's not something that I would know how to do, but if they have a computer system set in place to upgrade certain attributes to be able to boost their overall and make them a better video game character overall, then that would work a lot better. Another example I want to use is Big E. Back when he was Big E Langston, I believe he was 70 something overall, and now in the latest WWE 2K game he was around an 85. And just think about if we can make a progression like that in one game cycle. I'm not asking for dynamic ratings, which is something that should also be implemented, but I digress. But this would also add to the possibility of every single universe mode run not being the same. You could have, Brock Lesnar got injured and he went down to a 70 and he's never been the same since. But you could have another one to where, oh man, Brock got so much better and he won the championship 17 times and broke the record, and he was a 99 overall. It's just another feature that allows real life to be emulated, where you see people get better and fall off a cliff in terms of potential and skill. Another feature that I think should be added, a minor one, but the fact that you see real reporters can give news in universe mode. I think this feature has been in NBA 2K since around 2K11, when the first few runs of my career, and I loved it as a kid. One of my favorite things to do was, after a game and after a post-game interview, go through the tweets to see, oh man, Ball Fan 64 didn't like what I said to the media, but Kobe the GOAT 81, I don't know. Kobe the GOAT 81 said that my performance was fantastic, but I needed to pass more. Over time, and as this feature became more popular, they had real people like Brian Mazik and some other actual real porters. They had Darren Rovell, whatever his name is. I think they have Shams in the game now. Ian Rappaport from Madden. This feature has real people doing, randomly generated tweets, but it's cool to see. And I think this is in my GM right now. I don't know too much, but if they had it in universe mode, a much more widely played mode, then it would be appreciated and used the right way. Imagine having a 5-star computer generated main event between Big E and Roman Reigns, and after that you see Chris Van Vliet saying, wow, that was such a great main event. And it's not something major, it's not something that's going to change the game, but that makes it all the more a reason why it should be added into the WWE 2K franchise. Next up, we should be able to upload universe mode scenarios to community creations. This is one of the newer features in NBA 2K, but it gives users the ability to download a roster from, say, the year 2000, where it has the right arenas, the right team logos, the right rosters, and everything perfect. So all that the actual consumer needs to do is just download it, and they can play it themselves, and they can simulate to the year 2022 in real time. And they have the next up draft classes available to add in. They have the rosters updated and everything like that. And we've seen this in WWE 2K for such a long time, where people does a resimulation of the Attitude Era or just a universe mode based on that, since it's possibly their favorite era or whatever. And it takes such a long time for them to download the right gear for people and get the right characters in there, get the right arenas. But if it was just so simple to where you could have, someone like What's the Status create, here's an Attitude Era, and they have the right rosters, the right arenas, the right logos, to where we as the fans can just download that, and we can go ahead and do that and make it however we want to. Another feature from NBA 2K that I think would work perfect for the WWE would be situation mode. Situation mode is something that has been taken out of the NBA 2K franchise, and it's been gone for a while, but it allowed somebody to do a game 7 of the NBA finals, tied 70-70, 2 minutes left, and the player can play those last 2 minutes and see what the outcome is. Through this, they can recreate any moment throughout history, see if they can do Tracy McGrady's 13 points in 33 seconds, or anything else that their heart wants them to do. And this can be done the same exact way if a WWE 2K had a situation mode. You could customize your own heist of the century with Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns having halfway health. Then you have Seth Rollins coming in with the Money in the Bank and cashing it in. Then you can see if you can recreate it and win the cash in for yourself. There is a million moments that I could do that are perfect scenarios for the situation mode, but this allows for the creativity of the user. Not to mention, Madden used to have a perfect Madden moments mode where they had hand-picked moments where you can recreate in history. And if they had this on a WWE 2K game, it would definitely be one of the more popular one-time modes alongside the showcase. I also think that we should have sliders and presets for simulated or AI matches. This would be the replication for game plans in 2K. I know game plans in NBA 2K are bigger in my team and my GM, but this can kind of help for anything, especially in universe mode. At this moment in time, I want to have a huge universe mode series for WWE 2K, but I don't want to let it be like matches or simulated and what happens happens. I want to make my own stories, and I really want to get immersed in it, but I don't want to be able to have to play the games and just to get my people to win that I want to win. Having a sliders options to show, what you want to be able to happen the most can allow realer matches. You can have a real feel, and obviously these sliders should be on community creations, but they should also add to the factor that every match will not be the same. And I know, back to the make my own universe mode thing, I know that you could say, you can force somebody to win a match. Yeah, but you also can't watch the same match that you force them to win. And I want to be able to show every single match and make it work and still know that I will have a certain outcome happen. It's kind of like booking a match in real life. You have certain spots that are going on. I'm not asking for booking spots, but I just want to be able to have a guarantee that I want a certain match to go down a certain way. And this is something that's kind of tricky, since you can kind of select which pay-per-view you do, but you should have commentary based on where you are in the year. Playing NBA 2K with my brother on Christmas Day or random holidays like Valentine's Day, they have certain graphics on the screen related to that holiday, and I love that. It's a minor detail that just adds to the enjoyment of a video game. A special SmackDown where, happy Valentine's Day, and that's it. They don't have to make it too much. But another thing, based on where you are in the year, if you're doing a SmackDown or a Raw or something that's not a big pay-per-view, and right now we have Money in the Bank coming up in real life, let's do SmackDown. You can act like it's a go-home show, and this would not, I guess this could be related to pay-per-views, or this could be related to universe mode, having upcoming pay-per-views and them talking about it in commentary. But if you are playing a random play now match, then you have the option to see that. It'll just be a small attention to detail, but a good attention to detail type thing. If Michael Cole says, you know, we have 2 more weeks until SummerSlam, and you have 2 more weeks until SummerSlam in real life. A newer feature to the NBA 2K franchise is the having multiple commentary teams. They only have 2, and the second team is kind of for non-major and, you know, non-big broadcast games, so they can differentiate, and I love that. I just think if we get this for SmackDown and Raw and the ability to choose which commentary team we have, it adds to A, the choice and the customization of everything we do, but B, the variety and also the fact that not every match is gonna feel the same. You may be saying, you know, who can you add to make the multiple commentary teams? Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is the obvious answer. I know he's a busy man, but if you give him enough of a bag, then it's gonna work and he can be in the game. I know it's great and it's kind of tradition in the WWE 2K games having Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves together, but you know, I think Jimmy Smith has kind of earned his money, or you can just have Michael Cole still as the play-by-play and alternate the color commentator. And last and the biggest of all, something that's not really from the NBA 2K franchise, but I think they can benefit from so much, is unlocking moves, paybacks, and other abilities as you go along in my career. One of the things I loved playing NBA Live 19 during quarantine was how you start out as a low overall, and of course you get your upgrade points as you play, but you can unlock moves, you can unlock dribble moves, headbands, and, you know, signature skills to allow your character to be better. What we have right now for WWE 2K in my career is every single move at your disposal and any single payback that you can have. Yes, it adds to the full customization option, but say you have a movie star background character. Starting out, they're not going to be able to do all these big moves. Yes, they'd be training per se, but you should be able to see that progression through your character. So, you know how after you complete a storyline, you unlock your skill points, you get your XP, and you can get clothing. Well, you can have that by, you know, completing a storyline and possibly unlocking a certain payback. That will add to the aspect of completionist, so you can unlock every single thing and not have everything available to you at the gate. Like, sure, a star on the indie scene that is coming to WWE is likely going to have a lot of moves available to them on the jump, but still they should be able to unlock more as they go, which adds to the fact that, you know, WWE is the end game goal, which is what they're trying to portray in the video games. And possibly they could have the rewards for each quest and storyline be based on your background. And if you are a indie wrestler and that's your background, you start off having a lot more moves and a lot more paybacks, but it could be something else that you lack, and that's what you unlock throughout the game. And maybe if you are an athlete, you have certain paybacks, but you know what I'm saying. It's everything should not be available to you at the beginning. And I think that was the thing they had in the previous my careers for the WWE games. I haven't played any, so I don't know, but that is just what I'm thinking. And if you have anything else, any other suggestions that you think from the NBA 2K franchise that can be translated over to the new WWE game, let me know. I think I want to do another new video soon about a my part type thing for the WWE 2K game. I'm still brainstorming it, so I don't want to, you know, talk too much about it. You know, like, comment, subscribe, follow my TikTok, follow my social media, all that, and follow my pop culture channel. You'll be seeing how to subscribe to that soon. But yeah, have a day, everyone.